Late last year, Louis C.K. became yet another powerful man in the entertainment industry to have his sexually inappropriate behaviour revealed, and suddenly his jokes about constant perverted sexual thoughts became all too real. A New York Times story forced the 50-year-old C.K. to confess to long-standing rumours that he had brought female comics back to his hotel room and masturbated in front of them. The king of stand-up has been banished from the comedy scene since the scandal broke, with Louis Ferranda, the executive talent producer for Caroline's on Broadway, saying everybody dropped him, which was the right thing to do. Despite this, according to The Hollywood Reporter's Stuart Miller, there seems to be no question about if CK will return, but rather when, where, and how he will. The consensus is that while his behaviour was clearly wrong, it was not at the level of a Harvey Weinstein, James Toback, or Bill Cosby. Comics and club owners alike agree with Gilbert Gottfried's opinion that there are different levels of misbehaviour, and the public understands the difference. I don't think people want this to be a life sentence, says Comedy Cellar owner Noam Dorman. Ferranda goes so far as to predict that while some might keep away, CK will return within a year, making fun of his mistakes. Perhaps surprisingly, both Ferranda and Dorman say they'd hand CK their microphones tomorrow, as they expect he would address the issue at hand. Eileen Koch, founder of the branding and public relations firm Eileen Koch & Company, who represents Floyd Mayweather Jr., Jamie Foxx and Carmen Electra, says CK doesn't even need to wait that long if he gives a sincere apology. But she adds that if he's just saying sorry to get his career back, people will see through that. She believes he should go on a serious program like 60 Minutes as opposed to addressing it in a comedic environment. However, CK's fellow comics disagree. For example, Christopher Titus thinks CK should avoid the mea culpa interviews. He needs to work on his best comedy about how he was a douche and how he is trying to make amends to women, Titus says. But the comic warns that CK's redemption can't seem too easy. If that had been a homeless guy in a raincoat doing it to your wife, you'd want him in jail, he says. Just because he had fame and made people laugh, I don't think he should get a hall pass. He has to earn it. Ada Rodriguez, whose comedy is fierce on female empowerment, raises an interesting point when she says CK's audience was not only huge, but it was filled with young men. He has the chance to atone and to educate. If he uses the opportunity to address his shortcomings, maybe he can change a few minds among his fans, and maybe he can save a couple of girls from unnecessary and unwanted incidents. To read more on this story, head to THR.com. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Lindsay Rodriguez.